up.
I think T.O. slept in the hyperbaric chamber when he was getting his. Because remember he came back the year that you guys but you guys had a miracle Super Bowl win that Philadelphia Eagles did a couple years ago. But before that, when you guys went in 2004 and T.O. took you guys there, remember he came back.
Crazy,
remember
man.
he came back and he had a knee injury.
You just gotta slide it in there. Like you can't just like okay, when y'all won it, when y'all won, you gotta say no.
This program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
Yeah. Unofficial experts.
You dig, man?
Welcome, my guys. Welcome back. We missed y'all
We're
last week.
back.
We missed y'all last week. FF Macho, Danny Do.
What's good?
Got my shit on airplane mode because I'm fly.
Cause I'm a fly guy.
I hope everybody's safe out there with the, coronavirus. Wash your hands, wash your ass.
Public
A lot
service
of a lot of stink niggas are now clean. So
you know what? Yeah, I mean,
also thank the corona.
Yeah, right.
Bro,
thanks.
Gianni was doing bad. My son Gianni, shout out, I love you. He doing backflips last night. Nah, he was but he was excited, bro. 2 weeks off of school, shut down up here and then down there.
Now.
I think they got like a month. I heard in Jersey it's like a month or something like that.
He's lit right now.
Yeah, he's lit.
It's crazy, bro.
Now what is it though? Is it no school or do they have
school? Yeah, they go back
Until
like
April.
Something.
So it's just not. So what is this?
They
their
stay
spring
home.
break?
Yeah, something like that, right? Extended. It's crazy. It is. It's wild. But
if I was in school during this time, I'd be lit.
I'll be lit
Every day.
I've never ever.
Every day I'm playing video games.
Yo, as long as I've been living, I've never seen nothing like this, bro. Just shutting down schools and and the earth is shutting down because of it. Like what?
Yeah, but we still gotta go to work though.
Yo, countries on lock.
It's crazy. I think it's whack. I think people are over exaggerating the whole situation.
Well, we were talking about it off camera, and I said that I feel like people are over exaggerating it because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like if social media was around for the mad cow disease, people be going fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like
people are
for
scared
the fucking bird flu, niggas be going crazy.
Raiding supermarkets and all kind of dumb like it's ridiculous.
I seen it
craziest
on
shit I've ever seen, bro.
I seen it on like on this one on like Instagram. This dude in Georgia got stabbed for a case of water.
Yo.
Like, real in the field.
Yo.
Real in the field.
I see the meme. It said so there was the first confirmed case in North Korea. So that the community just
they
pulled
offed
up on
him.
him and offed
Yeah,
that
they
shit.
offed him.
There's
savages in that country, bro. I fuck with North Koreans though, son. I fuck with North Koreans. Let's get it. The mentality's different. You know what I mean?
Quick.
Kim Jong-un is different.
They think it's like The Walking
Oh,
Dead.
he got it?
It's crazy.
He's done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's simple mathematics.
The price of life is cheap out there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
They're manufactured.
It's different circumstances.
Nah,
but
man,
yeah,
it's
America's
getting
wilding.
ridiculous,
All the
man.
countries with money, and you know what it is. The only reason people are freaking out is because rich people are getting it. Once Tom Hanks got it, now everything's shut down.
Everybody
and all
freaking
kind
out
of
because
you know
my
what I mean?
son
Come
Tom
on,
Hanks
bro.
got it. Castaway.
That's my boy, though. Don't get it twisted. I mess with Tom. You know what I mean?
Mount Rushmore.
Hope he gets better, but
Nah,
like, come on, bro.
Mount Rushmore. Shout out him, man. Sponsor our show. What's up?
Then my boy Donnie T had his State of the Union address. Everybody just stay in your homes.
My son, at the end of the day, my son Trumpito, he does it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he shitted on. He just shits. He loves talking shit.
I don't know if
and
people
he backs
caught it,
it
bro.
up.
But
like my son
Wednesday
Trumpito,
night,
man.
Wednesday night, bro. He goes on the
Yeah,
State
tell
of
him
the
what
Union.
he said.
He comes on at like 9:00, and I'm watching The Masked Singer. You know what I mean? Like I'm with it. And right at boom, Trump comes on and he's sitting at his desk, and he starts trashing the countries who had the epidemic real bad,
It's
like
yeah,
China and Italy.
We prepared better than
He's like,
Italy and,
yeah,
and China.
You guys see what's happening in Italy and in China, and that's from a lack of preparation. And I said, bro, like, how gangster is
throwing
that,
him under
son?
the bus.
Trump is like that, though, bro, and that's why I
now
kind of
look at
like him.
us.
Yeah, right. Look at
and
us
now.
now.
We're just as bad, you know. We're
we
shut
got like
down,
400
which is crazy.
cases.
But the thing is,
You know
bro,
what I'm
the normal flu, I believe, kills more people every year.
It does, and that's a fact. The
You know?
normal flu actually killed more people this year than this coronavirus did.
But there's no coronavirus shot. The's no cure, nothing.
Yeah,
So people are
there's
scared
no
because of
cure.
that. And so if you're not strong, it's like
Yeah.
survival of the fittest. If you ain't strong, it's a wrap for you, right? you gotta be physically
Yo,
fit
I'm
for
telling
this
you,
one.
man. Look, man.
It's crazy shit, bro.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
I was just about to go on a rant. Go ahead.
Let's get it.
Well,
Let's
I'm
hear
just
it.
saying.
Let's hear it.
Nah, I'm gonna throw it back to you real quick. All I'm saying is this is the start of Resident Evil 1, nigga. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
the apocalypse.
Listen, man. Yo, Dev, I'm speaking to you right now, baby. Listen. Corona, right? What is it? An acronym, right? When you can move around the words and make another word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is an acronym for raccoon. Resident Evil, Raccoon City.
Raccoon City.
Hear
Oh,
me.
okay.
Chris Redfield.
All right. Yeah.
You know who
okay.
that is.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. He going somewhere. You getting somewhere with this?
This nigga said two
You know who
random
the-
words.
you know
He
who
said
the
Chris Redfield,
CEO
Raccoon City.
Of the company in Wutan, China.
Who?
What his name is?
What's up?
Robert Redfield.
Oh.
If I could drop the mic, I would drop it, but it's connected to the stand.
What he's trying to do is compare what's going on now to Resident Evil, the movie.
So what I'm saying is,
yeah, if y'all know
I'm
what that is,
saying-
y'all
what
need
I'm
to play that,
saying
watch
is-
the movies,
what
all
I'm
that.
saying is, when the number of cases gets to this height, right, the highest,
Yeah.
somebody gonna flip a switch. Zombies.
The flip the Swiss challenge.
Everybody who has the corona is gonna.
Well, see, that's what I
Look,
was
turn
that's
into
what
a
I was
zombie.
telling. I was
Nah.
telling
And it
Rachel the
begins.
other night, bro.
Uh-huh.
I told Rachel the other night. I said, "Yo, I'm not even like worried about the corona because you hear the stats and the normal flu is like deadlier and shit." So I'm like,
Yeah, but that's why it's the same thing on.
unless people's turning into zombies, like I really don't
Look,
care about it like that.
this is
you know
my
what I mean? Like
conspiracy
unless
about it.
people is turning into something different and I gotta pop you, I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean?
Florida man.
Look,
Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless you're turning into Florida,
Florida
man.
man's real though, bro.
Yeah, unless you turn into
Florida
him,
man
then-
is real.
I'm not worried about it.
That's a fact.
But look, my conspiracy is this. At the end of the day, it's a man-made virus. It's made in a laboratory.
This nigga's on some.
He's on
some
that's a fact.
FOI,
Google
some
it.
fruit of Islam shit.
No,
Niggas
it
man
is.
made by the government.
It's made in a laboratory, and it's basically like
By
it's
Nazi
basically
scientists.
Go ahead,
it's
Bruce Wayne.
It's basically a strain from the flu. You know what I'm
Copy,
saying?
copy.
So if it's made in a laboratory,
I'm with you.
how is it out there? You know what I'm saying? Because the government, I feel like the government
A
of
secret
China put it
agent,
out
bro.
there because you know how China is. Like if you have too many girls, you know what I'm saying?
They used to be like that. They're not
you
like
know
that
what I'm saying?
anymore,
But
though.
I'm saying, they're getting overpopulated, and I feel like the old
copy,
people
Kyle,
are the
I'm
main
with
ones
you.
that's the
I'm
main.
with you.
The old people are the
I'm
main
with
ones
you.
that's getting sick.
Getting
so
rid of the old people.
Why not?
Keep the young, strong people.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Just get rid of. You know what I'm saying?
Darwin.
It's a newer generation.
Let's
And
speed
they're
up Darwinism.
And like you
Let's
said before,
speed it up.
remember off,
You know?
remember off camera, you were like, "Yo, China could do whatever the fuck they want. If they want to lock down a whole city, they could
they
do
can.
that.
They have that
Because the
power.
communism-
That
you know what I'm
government
saying?
is
They
different.
have a
They're not-
dictatorship
yeah,
and all that.
Right.
Can
So-
you sit down and stand up without making a noise? No, you can't.
get the fuck,
Get out of here.
get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Yo, but that don't sound crazy though, right?
Nah,
like you know what I'm saying?
listen,
You don't think that
listen,
they
that's
getting rid of the
viable.
old people
That's viable.
because
That's
they can control their country.
Listen, man.
That
You know what I'm
sounds like a
saying?
viable
I mean-
solution.
There are truths to what you just said.
I like the way that sounds.
There are
Hey.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist,
There's
though, you know,
truths.
but
man, I'm
that
out
sounds
there.
viable.
I'm out there.
Nigga said I'm out there.
That's all I'm saying, man.
It's different. It's just thick and different. But yeah, other than the corona, man, everything else is shut down, which
Hey,
is
man.
whack. Our usual sports.
Hey man, fuck
gets-
that
gets
nigga
the
Rudy
pause
Gobert.
button.
Fuck Rudy Gobert. He
What
fucked
you
up the
mean?
whole
What
NBA
you mean,
season.
bro?
Nah,
Nah,
he
bro.
fucked up the whole
Bro.
NBA season.
He's the defensive player of the decade.
Facts.
He shut the league down.
He was the reason.
He
He
did
swatted
something.
the rest of the game.
He took the fall for everybody.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
He set a charge on the league.
He took the ultimate charge.
He did. He's the defensive player of all time. The greatest defensive player ever.
Yo, but now because the NBA is stories and it's like a soap opera now, like this is probably gonna be a thing because like what Dev was it? I think it was Dev that just said off camera before that Donovan Mitchell now feels some type of way about Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, he wanted to. He wanted to fade with that nigga. Told you, nigga, I'm flying. I'm on airplane
what I'm
mode. I've been
saying,
on
bro.
airplane mode. Nigga, I was born on airplane mode.
I was bored on airplane.
No, I'm bugging.
This nigga out here watching Lifetime movies.
Look at you panicking.
Yeah.
I don't know where my own button is.
Nigga said, "Oh shit, they caught me. Hold on, what the fuck."
when your brain start thinking in overdrive, like
Right.
all right, thinking of all the multiple ways. To turn this
Oh
off.
man, nah, man. But shit is getting shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
And-
whack.
Like I said before, I hope everybody's safe and shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you wash your ass, wash your hands.
That's the
That shit-
thing.
Brush your
Like,
teeth.
it's the normal flu, bro. You know what I mean? Do normal flu shit. Do normal
Wash
flu
your ass and go
stuff.
watch some Martin Lawrence.
Yo,
Goodbye.
For real.
shit is crazy, man.
Yo, man.
Shit is
But the
crazy.
way everything shut down, that was shocking. That was
Yeah,
Hey, man,
surprising.
but
I
the-
couldn't
We've
believe
never
that
seen-
shit.
Hey,
Like-
the best thing about this though is gaming is at its height because niggas is quarantining
Yeah,
or
yeah.
quarantining themselves
Yeah,
and just gaming.
Until them servers start crashing.
Yeah,
Word.
facts until the
That's a
servers
fact.
start crashing. Cause
That's a fact.
I ain't even gonna front me, Hove, Macho, and Danny. I'm missing me, Hove, Macho. I called them two people. Me, Hove, Dev, and
I'm that
Danny and
nice.
stuff, bro. Been on Call of Duty, Warzone. Shout out to Warzone. You know what I'm saying? Battle Royale. Yo, and trust me, at the end of the video, I'ma leave all of our PSN account names, bro. So y'all niggas can link us and game with us, gamer tags. Even Dev, shout out Dev, man. He behind the cameras right now. One of these days, he's gonna be
guy.
in the episode. One of these days, he's gonna be in the episode. Soon come.
Once that nigga gets off probation, you know, he got
Yeah,
the charge
man.
pending
Shout out,
right
man.
now.
Shout out my
you
son.
know?
Nah.
Yeah, the
get
feds
to
is
that,
on it
though.
right
Yeah,
now.
get
You
to
know,
that.
his face can't be on camera, but once he gets, once the Rico case gets off,
FF Dev
he'll be
Rico,
good.
baby. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know the gram.
That's why they call him Dev Rico. He got the Rico case pending.
Oh, man. Yeah, son. But right now, people just is mad creative.
Life's
man.
on hold, man. Essentially, like everything, like movies are all getting pushed
Yeah.
back.
Bro,
Sports is
everything.
on hold.
Besides the UFC, yo, son.
fucking
Remember I was
Lysol
telling y'all,
and
yo.
all
So last night they had UFC in Brazil. It wasn't no like major fighters. They had Johnny Walker who lost again. He's a
Oh, that
bum.
fight was in Brazil?
Yeah, bro, but they had nobody in the stands. There was no fans there. There was only the people that were supposed to be there. So you're basically going like if you were going to like a fucking high school wrestling match in fucking Bumblefuck, New York. You know what I'm saying? That's what it basically looked like. The arena was empty and you just see two niggas scrapping.
Yeah, but that's the essence of the sport. That's the essence of the sport. You know what I mean?
They don't
That-
do it for the crowd.
Right. That's
Yeah.
when
I
every
just love to
wrestler
shake.
when every wrestler was in love with his sport is when he
I
was in
just
high
wanna
school
shake.
and he
no-
was in
and-
empty gyms.
And
You
no
know
funny,
what I mean?
that's where you really seen the love and the people that really were there for the fight. You know what I'm saying? For the love of the fight. Because, bro, like, niggas were still performing
Yeah.
like they were fans. Obviously, it was on pay-per-view. People were watching. I mean, on TV, people were watching. You know what I'm saying? But you know how athletes mainly react, you know what I'm saying? They feed off the crowd a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, nigga LeBron will go off for 40 because nigga the crowd's, you know what I'm saying,
on,
giving him, nigga putting on a show,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
The crowd could turn you hot.
Yeah.
Funny.
So just for the simple fact of like them going out there and to have an individual sport in fighting, like nigga, you gotta feed off of something. Like even if you don't even like if there's no problem with the dude that you fighting, like fighters are so crazy, they have to cause a problem to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how athletes are.
Put
We
it
have
to you
be
this way.
competitive.
Think of it this way: if the NBA playoff was played in front of no fans, then home court advantage would be pointless.
Yeah,
It would be
because there'll be
completely
nothing
pointless.
for them to feed off of, like,
You know?
Yeah.
It'll just be a normal exhibition game, no home court advantage. I mean, players I'm sure will play a little harder, but there will be no home court advantage. So there's not a big
Those will be the
1-8
greatest
difference,
pickup games
you know?
that we ever seen.
Bro,
Well, no, I wouldn't say pickup games because it'll be just as organized as another NBA game.
Yeah,
you know, it won't be a pickup game.
Okay, so it'll be like the greatest rec league games ever.
Yeah, or the greatest, well, it's gonna be recorded too, I guess. You know, but yeah, it's crazy. No fans. You know, it's
all the fans just
it's
at
very
home,
strange.
surrounding the arena.
Yeah,
You think that's
man.
why Kevin Lee got put in that guillotine last night because there was
You
no
seen that
fans
shit?
category?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
that was
Well,
weird. I
yeah,
watched the
because,
end
like,
of the fight.
Yo, because like I said, there's like certain athletes that just could go out there and just do what they do.
Kevin Lee is
And there's certain athletes that need, you know what I'm saying, to feed off of the energy of the crowd or like the way that the game's going or the teammates or something like that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's built to be like, yeah, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, go out there and just do what I do.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
It's regular to me.
Yeah, like this
This
shit
is what I
regular.
was built for.
You know what I mean? Like nigga, if you put Jordan out there with no fans, he's still dropping 40. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's not playing with fans because he clearly said it. It's facts. You know what I'm saying?
He's about the people. That's the people's champ.
Yeah, LeBron's about the people. You know what I'm saying? Jordan's just a killer. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
He's a hater. He's a LeBron hater, bro. He be mad at LeBron. You know, but we buried this hatchet a while
Damn,
ago.
bro.
You know?
Damn, bro. Tell me how you feel today.
Oh, no, it's not just today. This is always.
Listen, no, I ain't got nothing against. No, I ain't got
Tell me how
nothing
you
against
feel.
him, man.
Bro,
I'm
he
just
don't like
saying.
the
I'm
way
just
that
saying.
went out of
LeBron-
your way, though.
I'm just stating
Yeah,
facts.
always,
out of
though.
your way.
Yeah,
Always.
nigga, I took a detour, but
Always.
I'm back
He's
on the
always
road,
like
though.
that
I'm
with
back
Bronny.
on my
Always
journey,
like
you
that
know what
with
I'm saying?
Bronny.
I just gotta do a little
Oh,
innuendo,
LeBron.
so
Yeah.
at the end of the career, people can make a real assessment, and they be like, yeah, no, Matt was kind of right when he said that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or hope that
Yeah,
he's
but
right.
we back on it though.
He hopes that he's right. Like with LiAngelo Ball. You know what I mean? You look back on it now.
Yeah, some of your takes be
You know? But
a little spicy.
he is a LeBron.
Never.
He is a LeBron hater. But you know
I ain't
what?
no LeBron.
You know
hater,
what?
Man.
He all right. You're a LeBron down talker. Then that's what we'll call it. Yeah, the cameras is good, man. Talking down on Bronny, man. Like, always.
Yeah, because you got to press it again. You got to pay attention to it. Damn, so niggas probably didn't get a lot of the shit that we was just talking about.
Yeah, we gotta start over.
Oh, that one's been going. Oh, so we good then.
Yeah.
Nigga was on a kill streak. He
That
couldn't do
nigga
it.
paid attention to the duty too much.
You
Nigga's a
gonna have
competitor.
fun editing that?
Yeah, right.
Now you gotta edit that whole shit out.
Oh, man.
He's such a competitor.
Oh, man,
All
son.
right, back into it, man.
Nah, son. You know what I'm saying? It's a podcast. Everything natural, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a bitch that's a hippie, man. Everything natural. You know what I'm saying? She got her pussy braided hit, you know?
Oh my god.
Everything all natural, man.
Yo, did you end up watching the Johanna Jacek or whatever her name fighted?
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
last
nah,
week
you
we were
never
trying to
ended up
watch
watching
it, but
that?
we couldn't watch it.
Looked like a mutant.
Bro, she
That was
looked like
crazy
a light
looking.
bulb.
But the fight was, but she was still fighting though.
I think she
bro.
won that fight. I feel like she
was
won that
still
fight. If
fighting.
you-
Like her head was out here, and she's ugly like that. And the Chinese girl's ugly too. But they were, bro. That was a fight.
Bro.
That
The
was
Chinese
crazy.
girl is built like All Might. If you watch My Hero.
Yeah, that was a goddamn fight.
Yeah, for real.
Built
Way-
like All Might.
Mad stocky.
Nah, I seen it. I
Yo,
seen
she's
it.
stocky as hell, man.
Nah, she's like the next biggest athlete over there since
she
Yao
is.
Ming, for real.
Nah, man, she is Wei Young G or whatever the hell her name is.
She gangster, man. For
She
real.
is, man.
How you lose your first fight, your debut, and then go 21-0 after that?
Yeah.
Gangster.
She won 21 of her last.
You heard that, Dini?
21 fights.
Yeah,
she
no,
lost.
I learned what a loss felt like, and I said never again.
Oh, you know how I feel about those fighters that come from those ex-communist countries like Russia and China and stuff like that. Like
they're mutants.
Not that they're mutants, but the country
They're designed
puts a lot of resources into them because they are stars and they make any star makes a country look good. So I feel like she probably, when it comes to like cutting edge anti-doping drugs that can't be caught or something, I feel like she might be up on that, because the Chinese government is capable of doing something
I don't
like
feel
that.
like that because the way that it is now, it's more stricter nowadays for people. Like, that's why we never seen Brock Lesnar come back to the UFC, because he was out there doping like a motherfucker. Nigga look like a tank. Like, no, that's not normal, bro. Like, they had to make his own fucking UFC glove because his hands were so big. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now they're so strict because, look, John Jones, they stripped the nigga twice from his belt because, one, he was doing coke, though, so that's different. You know what I'm saying? But the other one,
he was doing a party drug. Yeah, that's not like a performance enhancer. I mean, it can be a performance enhancer, I'm sure, if you do it before a fight. I'm sure you'll be activated for real.
Nah, yeah, I mean, bro, you gotta think about it. Imagine doing that and then going out there like you don't feel shit because you're just. You know what I'm saying? You're just out there.
Yeah, no, it's synthetic adrenaline.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so they're more stricter now though. They're more stricter nowadays for that shit, man. They definitely are.
Son Al Harrington got his marijuana.
Hey man, music came out. My son Don Toliver came out with a fire.
Yeah, that shit is ill.
Fire.
You know,
Jay Electronica,
Jay Electronica and Jay Z.
Homie Jay Electronica,
like,
Jay Electronica.
That's a very rare commodity when we get Hove.
I think it's
on multiple tracks.
You get Hove on your debut album. That's a Watch the Throne type of album.
And it's almost like there's a hint. Like I feel like Hove felt like he owed Jay Electronica
because
something.
how you get your debut album and you like 49 years old?
Yeah, he shelved him till he was like 50.
You know what I'm saying?
And so he's like, yo, just for doing, I'm gonna give you an album.
He was, I mean, obviously
before
he was
you die.
Goods. I mean, if Jay-Z like, yo, just be by my side and you ain't gotta do nothing until like you 40 and then I come out with your album.
Cause listen,
right.
if Kanye, if it's known, right? It's known, right, that Kanye has his closet full of artists that he'll lock in there, right? Travis was one of them. Sahai, there's a couple. Jay-Z, imagine his closet. He has a vault. It's not a closet. It's a vault. And once you're in Jay's vault and you're pushing out, I'm sure he was ghostwriting for dumb people. I'm sure. I would never ever say that he gave Jay bars because Jay.
But everything is so confidential with Jay-Z.
Right, exactly,
you don't even know.
Exactly. So.
And that's the one rapper that everybody in the world's like, yo, he writes his own shit. He don't even write. Nobody's writing for him. So if he doesn't even write.
I've seen Jay do magical shit, bro.
Facts.
So I can't say that
he has one of the greatest
Jay-Z.
freestyles of all time that sounds like it's written on Hot 97 and it's ridiculous.
He's done magical shit.
Yeah, he's done magical shit.
But what he did was
footage.
I've never ever seen Jay-Z featured on so many songs on one project. That's not Jay-Z project.
If you look at the track list on the phone.
Oh, he's not featured on that.
He's not featured on.
Oh, so it is like a Jay. It's like a Jay-Z Jay Electronica album. Then wow, that's
a written testimony. If everybody want to cop that.
That shit is hard, bro.
That shit is hard.
And he's rapping. Yeah, he's wilding on that shit, bro. He's wilding on that.
Nah,
shit.
he's really spitting because like he kind of reminded me of the old Hove, like probably like Blueprint Hove. Yeah. He was bugging.
he listen.
He was bugging.
he does. I believe that Jay-Z doesn't even look at rapping the way other people look at rapping. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
because he
I
doesn't look at it
100%
at rapping. He
yeah,
looks at it
like-
like I'm gonna speak my piece.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
he's
he
talking about-
he
Yo,
100% just says what he wants to
what I
say,
say-
and it just happens to
What I say
rhyme.
off mic, his problems are different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's-
got different
exactly.
problems than
And the shit he
everybody.
could
What was
rap
talking
about is
He
just
was
different.
talking about fitting in.
Bro, fitting in
fitting
with the upper crust of society,
with
like the 1%ers.
Yeah, with the
you know?
1%.
1% of
They
problems.
they're
Like,
not
that's
accepting
crazy.
of 'em, like,
Yeah.
Like, oh,
You
like
know?
he's a billionaire too.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ew.
And he's
Like,
been
come
rapping
on,
like
son.
that since the Blueprint, you know? On the shit, you know, he was my grandma can't do fame, how people in this world wouldn't want me as a neighbor. I had to explain to
Yeah.
her, you think these folks want me in a penthouse as a reminder that I make top paper? They don't.
Yeah, he's
They
talking
don't
to
want
you.
him as a neighbor, you know? Like, they
Uh.
don't. They still don't. He's still rapping about it, but yeah, he's fire, bro.
He's the
Nah,
goat.
yeah, bro. He's
That's
the
why I
GOAT.
said
At
I
the
could
end of
never
the day-
say that Jay
at the end of the
Electronica
day-
gave him a
Nah,
bar.
never, bro.
You know,
Nah.
I could never ever
Yo,
say that.
at the end of the day, Jay's the GOAT because he did everything that a rapper wanted to do, and more, throughout his career. Like he accomplished everything that an artist wanted to do, and then was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Exactly.
I'm about to own a team.
I'm about to own a team.
I'm about to become a sports agency and sign the biggest athletes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to make my own record label and get
Yeah.
rid of Dame Dash.
Multiple clubs,
Multiple clubs.
lines of liquor, champagne.
But that's what he was on in the beginning, the liquors and because they had Armadale before he had the Ace of Spade and all of that. He had Armadale, which was a vodka that Rockefeller owned also with Dame Dash. And so he been doing that. He's the one that put Cameron on making that. Remember they had a purple Dipset had a purple scissor drink. It was called syrup or something, or purple syrup. So it was something crazy. Scissor, I think it was called actually. And it was alcohol and it was purple. It was crazy. So like they've been innovative, and so now he just took it to a different level where he, like you said, he's on like a 1%er status where he's owning
He's talking about
businesses
different
and teams, and he's doing deals with the NFL, which is the biggest business in America, damn near.
shit.
Like
Yo,
it's
he said he
it's
got
stupid.
more. He was like, I got more bread than Roger Goodell. Like I don't need him. He need me.
Yeah. And then and it's almost, bro, it's almost like,
Facts, nah,
son, it's like in The
he really not
Godfather.
lying.
It's a chess move. It's like in The Godfather when you play that chess move of, I'm going to lean on Roger Goodell because he need me in this situation with this, the Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. I can help him. And he did. You know,
Yeah,
like it's so
facts.
crazy. How you
Facts.
fix that problem? That was a big problem to fix.
Oh,
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
nah,
My
bro,
son is
because
different, bro.
In this day and age, like it's not like how it was in the 50s, 60s, 80s. Like the politicians was the most powerful, and now it's like people who are famous are the most powerful people now. You know what I'm saying? Like, or because they get famous, then they put themselves in powerful positions, like Hove. Like now,
They use their celebrity as leverage. in
yeah,
powerful
no, they
positions,
definitely
yeah.
use their celebrity as like leverage.
Bro,
but
Donald
they-
Trump is
Re-
the president.
Rest
You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Kobe
He's a
Bryant.
celebrity.
He said it. He was like, this can get me any meeting.
yeah.
Any meeting.
Right.
He was
Mhm.
like, I can get any meeting.
How you think he got an Oscar so fast?
He was like, I can get any meeting.
You know?
Just this.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
off his celebrity as a basketball.
Once you're successful in like what you originally do, that takes you wherever.
Like, bro,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Drake be getting niggas into Canada.
mm-hmm.
Like, what? How can someone override the government? Like, yo, let him in.
And then you got a nasty ass owner like Jim Dolan who the Drake of the New York Knicks, which is Spike Lee, can't even get into a game or he's getting banned.
Yeah,
won't
you
go
heard
to
about that
games
shit,
no
man.
more.
That was weeks ago, but
You know, but those are rich people problems. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I bet you him and Hove having a good conversation about that. Spike Lee and Jay-Z,
Yeah.
they're having a great conversation about that. You know, but it's weird because one of Jay-Z's old heads, or not old heads, let me say, mentors in the business game, which is Steve Stout. Steve Stout works for the Knicks. So is Steve Stout a part of that call? You know, when the whole Knicks thing went down, bro, I'm just looked at it like, yo, Steve Stout could be behind this. You know what I mean? Steve Stout is the same dude that Puffy went to his office and smacked the shit out of back in the day. And this is Puff Daddy smacking you. And I mean, well, Puff Daddy has smacked Drake before also, so I guess he'll smack a young nigga too. But he had problems with real niggas. Puff Daddy's a real nigga, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Diddy is a real nigga. He's been around real niggas for a long time.
He's a scumbag, but
he was chilling with Big Meech back in the day before, before people knew who Big Meech was. He was going on trips to Africa with Big Meech. Like, Diddy been around some real ones in his life.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact.
It's like, even though he might not be the nigga to do it, but he's been around some. And so, yeah, like, it's crazy to me, bro. It really is, that whole Spike Lee shit. I said Steve Stout is a real grimy dude.
How the fuck do you not let Spike Lee into the entrance that he's been coming in for like 30 years?
Treated him like a stranger.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, sorry, Mr. Lee.
Like, as
we can't,
as if
we can't let you in.
Right, yo, Spike Lee is more recognizable than any player or any employee that Spike the Lee Knicks should have be number one candidate for all that grandfathered shit. Yeah, Spike Lee should be able to use the same bathroom he's been using forever. He should be able to
the same person that been serving him popcorn.
Right, all of that.
Hell
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yo, cause he deserved it. You know
all
what
of
I'm
that,
saying?
bro. He's paid over $10 million in his lifetime, and Nick to the franchise.
I feel like if the Knicks don't win a championship before he dies, they should give this nigga a ring just cause.
Well, he was there when they won. So he has seen a championship.
Spike Lee, if they did monuments outside of Madison Square Garden, he should have one.
Yeah, because the Knicks don't
bro,
no player that ever played for the Knicks do not.
You know what I think will happen? He might not get a statue like a player, but I bet you the seat he has will probably get like some kind of memorialization for him. And if they don't do that,
or give him a jersey in the rafters. They should put him in the rafters.
Facts.
Yeah, they should. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, that happens for other people because I know what's his name? Billy Joel in the Sixers was up in the rafters for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he was up there. It wasn't for his performances because he was from Philadelphia, I guess, or something like that. It was I've seen that before where celebrities have jerseys, but yeah, you're right. Spike Lee should have something, bro. It's messed up.
He's a Knick.
Yeah.
He is a Knick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's more synonymous with them than any player I know. I mean, Patrick Ewing, I guess you could say, but when I see Patrick Ewing, I see New York Knicks because he played basketball. Spike Lee didn't play basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yo, so speaking of organizations and shit, you think what Zion did with the Pelicans?
Oh, paying the staff and stuff?
The for a month for all the staff and everything in the arena.
oh, because Zion did that out of his pocket for everyone?
Yeah.
Bro, there's mad people doing that. Jeremy Lin did it, bro. He
That's really
donated
good shit, bro.
$150,000 to China and $150,000 to the U.S.
I bet you're gonna hear shit coming out that money isn't actually getting to all the employees. Watch a nigga that work a hot dog stand like, yeah, I ain't see nothing. You know, give me shit. You're gonna see something like that, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah,
Even
you know what I mean?
Cristiano Ronaldo, he has hotels. Like he has his own hotels, and he's making his like hotels basically hospitals for people that really need help for the coronavirus.
I didn't know Cristiano owns hotels. That don't surprise me. Though.
Yeah, man.
That don't surprise me. He's different.
He
got
a
bag.
Oh yeah, nah, he's different. Yeah, he's different. The international money is always different than the people. You even though you could be a star in the U.S. and still have or be as rich as a star abroad who's an international star, but because our market is so big, but once you're an international star, that bag is different, bro. Because when you can get money everywhere in the world, is who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares about America when I can get money in every country in Africa or Asia?
That's why certain niggas that musically be popping overseas or be
Yeah,
popping in
facts.
certain places.
When I be looking at them
Yeah.
Dominican rappers on YouTube, bro, they be having like 36 million views and shit like that. I'm like, what?
Look at their
36
tours.
million views?
Look at their tours. You would think that somebody with like a no name was touring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
Shit is wild, bro. They had that
It
one.
does.
They had that one Dominican. I don't even know what they call the Dominican rap. What is it called, bro? Is it because it's not reggaeton? That reggaeton shit was like 10 years ago.
I think
you know
it's
what
just
I mean?
called
Like,
Dominican rap.
Yeah, that's just what it is. or
Like,
Dominican drill
What do
music.
you call it?
You know what I mean? But they got that one nigga, corona, talking about the coronavirus, and he did the video where he's in the ambulance, and you know,
Oh yeah,
he's like, corona.
Yeah, he was.
Nigga made a parody.
Yeah, no, and this was after the virus started, so he's like, he got dumb views because of that, because his song is named Corona after the coronavirus. Or, no, the song is named Coronavirus, but let me not give him no shout-outs, because he ain't giving me no shout-outs, you know what I mean? Nigga,
Keep it 100.
Yeah, I don't even know him.
I don't even know that nigga.
100.
Shout me out, though.
It is funny, though, man.
Oh, you know what news that I did hear that you probably tight about? I don't know if you heard about it, but DeMar DeRozan could have been a Heat before the trade deadline, and the Spurs did not allow that.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not
crazy.
So, he can't feel bad because he's a Heat fan. He's not a Spurs fan. The Heat did not allow it. The Spurs didn't allow it.
No, I said the Spurs didn't allow it, but
Yeah.
I'm saying
But you're
like
tight that he didn't get DeMar DeRozan, though. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler could play together.
I don't know. I feel
DeMar
like they
plays
could,
very
bro.
well off the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
DeMar
know. You're
plays
bugging.
very
I
well
feel
off the
like,
ball,
yeah.
bro. And
Cause he don't need the ball. Jimmy needs the ball.
But they
his
both
hands.
operate in mid range.
that's a fact.
Yeah, and
That's
They're
a
gonna
fact.
want to be in the same areas.
Jimmy Butler's range is a little bigger because he's willing to shoot
Definitely is
threes.
a little
Because I
bigger.
heard DeMar DeRozan wasn't willing to shoot threes at all. Like I think it was a assistant coach. No, it wasn't Tim Duncan. Let me not.
Who's the
say
three?
who it is.
DeMar or Jimmy?
DeMar.
It would have to be.
Yeah. DeMar, bro. And,
Yeah,
and that
Jimmy-
team would be
Jimmy would
like
be the two.
them two right there are like if they were to play together, those would be the poor man's versions of Kawhi and Paul George. That'll be the East Coast Kawhi and Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
If
It
that
would
was
be.
the case, because like who's really, you know what I'm saying? Like that team would be ridiculous. Bro.
I think DeMar plays very well off the ball, and Jimmy proved last year that he plays well off the ball.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
he has a good IQ. Jimmy Butler can pass. Like he has a good basketball.
We were watching a
IQ,
video
and he locks up.
about why he left Philly. You know,
What?
he was saying why he left Philly. Jimmy Butler did. He was
Who's
talking
what?
about it in a recent interview, and it's all because of Brett Brown. He said he pointed out a couple things. He pointed out that there was one film session they had just got roasted.
JJ Redick
Yeah.
had like his own podcast.
Yeah,
Shout out
JJ's got his
Redick.
own podcast and
Yeah,
shit.
and
And so
Jimmy
he
was on it.
he went on his
Yeah.
podcast a couple days ago, and he told JJ why because they were both on the same team last year. They were
Yeah.
both on the Sixers, and so I guess they were
Sounds
in.
crazy.
They had just got roasted by like the Spurs or something like that, or it was another team, and they're watching the film session, and Jimmy said it was so quiet in the film set. There was no teaching, there was no instruction going on. He said it was dumb quiet in the
Just
film
watching-
session.
Bro,
watching it.
Yeah, it's just he was like, all I can hear is the fucking clicker.
That's
like,
it.
And then
No
he-
instruction.
And he was like this. He was like, and that was my first time. So I was like, you know what? I just got moved around from Chicago to Minnesota. Everybody looking at me like an asshole.
Yeah, he had a bad
I'm
name
just
as a
gonna
traveling
calm
player.
down.
You know,
And then he
couldn't
was
fit.
like, and then the next game, it was the same shit. And I had to speak up. He was like, I had to speak up. Like,
So it had nothing to do with the players.
yeah, it had everything
Nothing to do with the
like,
players.
I'm not getting like you're not a coach. You're
Yeah.
not coaching me. You're not
Right.
giving me no motivation to play.
But that
like,
was surprising,
You know
bro,
what I'm
because
saying?
Brett Brown comes from the
he
Popovich
come
tree.
from Pop.
That's a teaching tree.
Yeah, that's Pop's
That's
son.
a teaching lineage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't teaching. That was strange to hear. And so, but that also showed, that gave me a different light on Jimmy Butler because I thought he left because of player personnel issues with other players.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like,
it's
damn,
never
he's the
like
same
that, man.
asshole and he is who he is
It's
and he's
not-
never going to
Jimmy's not an
change.
asshole. It's never
But it
like
was
that.
because he felt like he wasn't getting coached hard enough.
Yeah.
You gotta love
Because
a guy.
because also
You gotta
shit,
love a
like,
guy who feels like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you have to love a
Like,
dude to feel like that.
He felt
But-
like he wasn't getting coached hard
but
enough.
you know,
That's
and
different.
and for the fact that the Sixers not even making an effort to try to accommodate him, like.
Listen, I'll tell you this though.
Is the fucked up part because like bro, how don't you like? I'll be like Jimmy, what do you need? Because during the second half of the season, especially in the playoffs, Jimmy even said it and JJ said it on the podcast. They were like, the team was running through him. The team was
in the
going through him.
playoffs, yeah.
Everything
Instead
was
of
running
Ben-
through Jimmy, and everything
Right.
was going like this, and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But the whole season, and Jimmy Butler said he felt bad for Ben because the whole season it ran through Ben. The whole team, Ben would bring it
Yeah.
up, and then in the playoffs, all of a sudden, I
Yeah.
think Jimmy had like 2 or 3 good games, you know, and it switched to Jimmy
And
bringing up the
automatically
ball,
switched.
you
Like-
know, because it worked in the playoffs, and so you got to keep
the
it
way
going.
he explained it sounded weird, and to the point where I would You know what I'm saying? Like that was like our music situation that we used to be in. Like it's like I'm like, bro, I'm not getting nothing from you, bro. Like what the fuck? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I want to give it my all and 100, but you're just sitting there with the clicker, not fucking talking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like what are you doing? You know what I mean?
He came to the winning side, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
And we're trying to get Bradley Beal. You see my son Bam Adebayo
that would be
posting
different.
flicks with
that
a
would,
Beal jersey?
No funny. That would definitely be up there with Kawhi and Paul George.
That would put the Heat. That would put the Heat as probably the team in the East.
Yeah,
if
but that's
happens.
not gonna happen because Bradley Beal wants to come to Philly. Everybody know that, man.
Bro, yo,
Bradley Beal will come to the dark side and be with Jimmy and Bam in Miami.
Nah, yo, he like that Philly weather, man.
Yo, let me clarify something. I'm very.
My Miami boys is nice, man.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Nah, you're right, and that would make him a favorite if Bradley Beal goes there. But Philly, the talent, and I'm not a Philly fan, but the talent that the Philadelphia 76ers have in them, those two players, bro, is different kind of talent. Like, those are like once-in-a-lifetime kind of talents. Like, you can find Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal. You could take either one of those guys, you know? You don't find Embiids and Simmonses all the time. But this is the thing, bro. Like, they have so much talent that they could have – losing Jimmy Butler – I felt like they were Gucci with losing Jimmy Butler. Losing J.J. Redick, I think, killed them, bro. Even though Jimmy Butler's better than J.J. Redick when you put him on a scale, what J.J. did for the team, because Ben Simmons doesn't like to shoot threes, and he's the ratchet, right? He was going off last year, bro. I had him on my fantasy team last year for a lot, for a couple months. You know what I mean? J.J. Redick was hitting threes constantly because he was always open because Embiid and Simmons are driving. You know what I mean? And so he fit better than Jimmy. Losing Jimmy would have been good to me. Losing JJ was what killed it for me, bro. Like that's how I really feel. Like JJ Redick was the key.
Yeah, because we kind of need shooters now. On
JJ Redick was the key, bro.
And we don't have any shooters. I mean, people shoot, but
Harris is dead ass baby Melo.
He is. Nah, he is.
Play like Melo.
He does. He has the Melo mentality. I feel like too, though. You know, the not give it 110%.
Yeah,
Young Melo.
Yeah, nah, he does.
I wish he
kind of shoots
I wish he really moved like Young Melo, dropping 30 a night.
Obviously.
Nah, he. Well, I mean,
but I got him on fantasy. He be killing.
He not.
But that's the thing.
But you can't.
That's why he's a disappointment. I was telling Matthew about this shit, bro. Because without Embiid and Simmons, he should be really killing.
How is Shake Middleton
every night
being a star when Simmons and Embiid is out, bro? You're supposed to be the third man. It's supposed to be either Joel or Ben, and then you're the third option, bro. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, and you're not playing like it. Shake Middleton was.
Shake, you warrior.
Shake.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. Nigga had 36 one night.
It was just
I said,
bugging.
What? Who had 36?
And Josh Richards, like, come on, man. Like, we got to get rid of these.
So what's going to happen?
What?
Danny wins?
Oh, in fantasy?
I think so.
Listen, fantasy basketball, due to the coronavirus and stuff like that, by default.
I'm a goddamn beast.
By default, he's the number one, right? But
by default, no. I earned number one. That wasn't default.
On the app, they give an explanation about what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they say they're gonna put it on pause. Actually, you saw this shit? Yeah, they said they're gonna put it on pause till the season starts.
Well, actually, because the NBA owners came out and said we still want to finish out the rest of the season. So I think they said that shit's gonna go on through like April and shit like that. Like that's gonna happen and stuff. But yeah, look, this is for head-to-head league for head-to-head leagues. See, we're extending the current week 21 of the season by 28 days. So weeks go from March 9th to April 12th.
So basically, I feel like if the season doesn't start, I read it already. So if the season doesn't start by that date,
you're not getting
then
shit, bro.
I win. You know. Listen,
No,
I feel bad for you.
You're not getting shit.
You'll still get a trophy. Don't worry, you get a participation trophy.
If if LeBron ain't going to the finals this year, why
Look
the fuck
already
he
to
getting-
LeBron out of nowhere. Exactly. So you're like, oh.
No,
this
I'm
nigga
saying
be
like
hating on
if
LeBron.
Straight to LeBron.
if
Okay,
we not
hating on
gonna be
LeBron.
able to see him
Just say it,
make
bro.
his road to the finals, why does the fantasy still got to keep on
Just
going?
say
Why does he have to win?
Because
say
the
it.
regular
If LeBron
season.
can't win, how come he gotta win?
No,
Just
LeBron
say it.
is gonna be able to win. The playoffs are gonna
How is
start
LeBron
up
gonna be able to win?
because when
They don't even know
basketball
if the
comes
season's
back,
gonna-
the plan is when basketball comes back that they're gonna take the standings the way they are and start the playoffs.
Look, do you think that that's messed up?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so,
I think it's messed up.
He doesn't think that.
I think it's messed up. I think it's
that's
messed
not
up for the bottom tier teams that like are fighting and could potentially flip flop.
Right, exactly. It's messed up for those teams who were in the 8th spot playoff race, exactly. But I don't feel like it's messed up really for the most
Because
teams.
I feel like you can't just be like, oh well, they were number one already before the coronavirus, so let's just give them number one in the East and West, like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
but you got to think
there's-
though, how
there's
much of the
other
season
teams
has
that
passed
coulda-
so
Yeah, but
far?
nah,
I
I
think
was gonna
like
say
80% of the
majority of the-
season, over 80% of the season has been played so
But,
far.
um,
It's not like it's halfway through.
Majority of the top like 3-4 seeds in the East and West are already locked in. Like they
Yeah.
already
Right.
their
The
spots
season
are-
only had 3 weeks left.
Yeah,
You know, there's
their
only 3
spots
weeks
were
left.
already like the games didn't matter. They could have lost every game and still been in second, third, fourth.
Yeah, it
I
was
feel-
only
I
like 3
feel like
weeks
you-
left.
Like they should just
So they're
play
probably
out the
gonna
rest of the
just
2 weeks,
start and
so-
come back to the playoffs.
My son Dame can get in the playoff because this is gonna be Dame's first time in his whole career not being in the playoff.
Yeah, but it's not a tragedy though for him. I don't think he minds. I think he welcomes the
Yeah.
extra time off.
I mean,
Get his body back right.
Yeah, all of that.
I guess
he could
but
rap.
I mean, he's a goddamn. He's a
competitor.
He's a competitor, bro. Like,
Nah,
you
he
think,
is.
you think that he wants to not be in the playoffs?
And you think that he wants to, because he's also realistic and smart too. You think he wants to go into the playoffs knowing he really has no shot at winning a chip either, type of shit. So I guess either way,
He
I would
probably
rather
never
take
feels
rest.
Like he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah. I don't think he ever.
I don't know. This team's
feels
a
like
little
he doesn't
different
have a
because this
shot.
team's
Like,
struggling to make
if
the
you're
playoffs.
an athlete, you always have to think that you have a shot. So
Yeah,
you-
but
so
it's
you
not
can
like
motivate
like
yourself.
last
You
year.
can't go in like
Honestly, this
well,
is the best thing for y'all.
Yeah, because he's got to
Nurkic-
carry too much weight.
Nurkic
Like
is now not missing nothing.
you got to
Yeah.
carry.
And
You
just
got to carry
healing.
Carmelo. You
And he
got to
was set
carry
to come
Carmelo's
back, I think,
personality.
The end of this month was Nurkic.
yeah.
Yeah, but the personalities this year are different. That's why the
Well, if they-
Blazers are doing
Listen,
so
if
bad.
they finish off the rest of the season, then a lot of players are gonna probably come back for those last 2 weeks just to get some burn or play off the. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I seen clips of what NBA players are doing. Giannis is out there playing guitar and
Fucking
shit.
guitar,
They're having
you
a
see,
time
I
of
was
their
like,
life.
Giannis
Yeah,
is playing
CJ
guitar.
McCollum tweeted.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
chilling.
like, "Yo, for all my NBA brothers, take those meetings that you could never take because of the season.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
try
get
and
your
do
My
money.
son
those
Paul,
things.
my
Go-
son,
Market
go get-
yourself.
Go get
my son
money in
Paul
these
George
things.
is streaming, streaming Call of Duty. Devin Booker streaming Call of Duty too.
Niggas is on.
Yeah. Bro, son, Devin Booker was streaming, playing Call of Duty, and then he found out the league was suspended. He was like, "What the fuck?" Like on stream, bro.
That nigga's a gamer.
Yeah, bro, you got some gamers out here. Josh Hart's a streamer too.
Gordon
You know what I'm saying?
Hayward,
Gordon Hayward's the ultimate gamer.
the ultimate gamer.
He said he looks like it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, son.
It's been quiet, man. My time home has been very boring.
Yeah.
Man,
It's like, what do you?
But you know what, though?
watch?
It-
What do you watch? What do you do?
Well, see, that's
People
the thing.
pulling out their
That's the
hair.
thing.
Niggas is
I don't-
watching
I don't
bowling
feel
on
like that.
ESPN.
I don't feel like
for
that
it.
because if this shit would have happened 25 years ago before Netflix and all kind of crazy shit was at your access and you just had normal cable and maybe not a smartphone, you had a normal 30-year-old phone from 30 years ago. If this happened 30 years ago, what people would be doing? There would be less to do. You know what I mean? You'd be Gucci. Just like you find something to do. Humans are very resourceful.
Yeah, but
Humans
I'm
are
talking
very,
about just
very
watching
resourceful.
Sports.
Oh yeah, it's bro. Trust me,
That's hurting me.
I'm addicted to watching sports.
That's
I watch
hurting
every
me.
sport. I watch
Anything.
everything, bro. Like
And that has a score on it.
everything, bro. And so yeah, trust me. Like
Yo,
it's
that-
sad.
That one's still on?
It is sad.
It's still on?
Sports is an addiction for me.
Nah, good.
You know what I mean?
For real, bro.
That's a fact.
Nah, yo, this nigga would, bro. If niggas is arm wrestling, like shit, bro. Niggas is watching dart tournaments now because of that coronavirus. Like this shit bad.
Bro, they've
man.
been just
So
banging off 30 for 30s on ESPN, bro.
Yo, I seen on fucking Instagram that said niggas is placing bets on 2K games.
Those are those athletes with
That's
money
For real,
playing
like
for
that's
bread
how
on 2K.
that's how bad it is. No, yo, on some real shit though, somebody did told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the NBA is like simulating the rest of the season through 2K, and that's how they're coming up with what they're doing.
That's
They're
some-
gonna simulate the rest of the season through
Imagine,
2K.
Yo, whoever came up with that
That'd be
idea,
crazy,
imagine
bro.
they really
That'll
like
be crazy.
somebody
That'll
with a
be
real
crazy.
job came up with that
because
idea.
one of
That
the
would be
simulators
wild.
is gonna be a nigga like Dev, and he's gonna go off with the nastiest.
He's gonna
niggas
go
on
off
the
with
team.
Bill Walker or somebody.
And they're gonna have.
Drop 40 with Chris Humphries.
Well, I mean, in real life, that shit's happening because Boban before the damn
Chill,
the
Boban's the GOAT.
pandemic
Don't-
had 31
don't
and
talk
10,
about
17
Boban.
or something. I'm like,
He
yo,
hates Boban, but
Frankenstein. Frankenstein had
Franken-
31 points and
Frankenstein is my
17
son.
rebounds.
Nah, he be dwarfing big people.
Yeah, nah, he's
my son's
odd
talented.
looking.
Him and Tobias Harris
He's
is best
odd
friends.
looking.
Yeah, he got that, but he's got that
He
bone
has a-
structural disease shit. You know, like that's what Abraham Lincoln had too. Niggas don't even know.
Say he looks like a
Niggas don't
deformed
even know.
Abraham Lincoln.
Nah, so Abraham Lincoln had the same bone disease, the
Nigga
disease
Dan-
he had.
This nigga Danny's a walking Snapple cap.
You feel me? I got you.
This nigga be pulling
I
facts
got
out his
you.
ass like.
Did you know
Nah, bro, it's
Abraham
a
Lincoln had that?
I just watched some shit on
Like, I
death
thought
masks.
I
You know,
thought
like
it was
death
regular.
masks, like before back in the day, they have a death mask of Napoleon. There's a death mask of Shakespeare.
The hell's
Napoleon.
a death mask?
A death mask is exactly what it sounds like. When these people died, they put plaster over their face so that back in the day before pictures and shit like that, you wanted to know what people really look
So
like.
they have like a mask of
They have a mask of Napoleon's face.
Game of
There's
Thrones.
Abraham Lincoln had 2 death masks made. Most every president makes
Shout
a
out
death
Game of
mask.
Thrones. Y'all know what I'm- you
And
know-
that's
y'all
what
know
and that's
William
what they really
Shakespeare.
look like.
And
Yeah,
And
I
that's
never-
exactly what they look like. Yep, William Shakespeare had a death mask.
Aria.
Julius Caesar had a death mask.
Mm.
Julius Caesar was like fucking 800 years ago. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's-
And
that
so these
shit's
people
crazy.
had death masks, so you know exactly what they look like, which is crazy. And what they did was, I watched this shit where they took a laser and digitally basically imprinted the death mask on a computer and got all the crevices and everything, and you can see their face. They added skin color and they added eyes and all kind of shit, and you can see exactly how these people looked. And so George Washington kind of looked. Well, he doesn't look like the $1 bill, but there's a couple paintings that look kind of what he looked like. He had fake teeth and shit, so his jaw was really sunk in. But Napoleon has, I think, like 1 or 2 pictures of him only, and there was 100 pictures of these niggas, but their pictures rarely look like them. You know what I mean? Like the $1 bill, that's not how George Washington looks.
You
Yeah,
can't
they're
replicate
being-
a painting back then.
Right, exactly.
Like my son was standing there for 6 hours
yeah,
just to get that selfie.
that's a fact. Bro, not moving. Like, and so they got these death masks and shit. And so, but a sick one they had was you ever seen the movie Public Enemy with Johnny Depp about John
Yeah,
Dillinger?
yeah.
They have John Dillinger's death mask. And his death mask is exactly like, you know, in the movie he got shot and it came out his eye and shit like that. So his death mask has his, you know, it's crazy, bro. The death mask looks exactly like how they look. Wow. Ill shit.
I wish they did that with a lot of people back in the day, because
So-
we don't know how a lot of people used to look.
Well, the only reason why I brought it up was after technology, you know, kind of bullshit fails, I'm gonna make a death mask of myself. You feel
Well,
me? So
you
I could be
know,
immortal
the only
Forever.
technology that you have
Always.
is that iPhone 3G.
all day. Like Walt Disney, I'm gonna freeze myself. Nigga, I'm moving to Alaska.
Yeah, that's what.
He's about to wake
That's
up
where,
30.
that's where LeBron's at. LeBron's in the hyperbolic time chamber right now.
Imagine a nigga
Resting like
LeBron.
Yo,
Vegeta.
so you got that thing that I sent you in the fucking thing? Dead ass, bro. He dead ass said LeBron. Look, yo, look.
Bro, he's got money on a different level. With his kind of money, he could sleep in a hyperbaric chamber in a cave in Alaska every night and fly back for games every day if he wanted to.
That's LeBron right there.
That looks something that looks realistic to me.
That
That looks realistic to me. You feel me? Like,
Yo,
I can envision that.
That looks like what's currently happening.
Yeah.
If y'all
I can
watch
envision
Dragon
that
Ball Z,
shit.
then y'all know what the hyperbolic time chamber is, bro. Like,
It's like a hyperbaric chamber, a
Right.
real one.
it was all hooked up.
I
to
think
machines
T.O.
and
slept
shit
in a
like that.
hyperbaric chamber when he was getting his. Because remember he came back the year that you guys but you guys
Yeah.
had a miracle Super Bowl win the Philadelphia Eagles did a couple years ago. But before that, when you guys went in 2004 and T.O. took you guys there, remember he came back.
Crazy,
Remember
man.
he came back and he had a knee
you just
injury.
gotta slide it in there. Like you can't just like okay, when y'all won it, when y'all won, you gotta say no, we y'all got the miracle, your miracle.
He had to lead with
Like yeah, like nigga gotta.
Well, the last time you guys went before that, T.O. took you guys there,
Yo,
remember?
this
And then
is
he had the
crazy.
knee injury that he came back before. He said, and that was the first time I ever heard of a hyperbaric chamber before. It was back then when T.O. was living in Morristown, New Jersey. Shout out Jersey. All my people,
Yeah, shout out
Jersey, stand up.
Yeah, South Jersey.
Bayonne,
Stop.
stand up.
We not from Bayonne.
I don't know nobody
Browns
in
Mills.
Bayonne. I don't know nobody in Bayonne. I seen some gangster niggas from Bayonne though, son. But nah, that's a fact though, bro. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's that's real.
Hey, you know that the time was changing once Kobe had his little knee surgery and came back
Yeah.
dunking on niggas.
Nah,
Bro.
that was Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
He got that German.
Nah, that's the
knee
thing.
surgery.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
that's what I was just gonna ask. So,
back,
what's the
came
name of
back
the surgery
bugging.
though? There was you know how Tommy John's has a surgery name. There's a name of the
don't know.
surgery that
I
for
don't
the
know.
knee surgery that they were going to Germany and getting, and Kobe
Resurrection.
came back.
I don't know.
Yeah, nah, you could hashtag anything on that if you want because that
That's
was real,
Fucking
bro.
surgery was called
Andrew
Jesus
Bynum
Christ.
came back. Yeah,
I bring you back.
bro.
I bring you back.
I bet you Vince Carter got 2 of those just cause.
Yo,
Just cause.
Yo.
Left, am I
yo,
right?
This is the way he goes out.
Yo,
This
for
is
real. Did you
wild.
see
That was
him
sad,
tear up
yeah, that
though,
was
man?
sad.
Did you
That
see him
was
tear
sad.
up? That's sad, man.
Vince Carter's like a
That's
he's like a
sad.
real life superhero.
No, that's
He
a-
is,
You know
bro.
what I
He
mean?
dead
He's
ass
almost like a
half
real
half
life.
amazing.
Yeah, he's almost like a real life superhero.
Yeah, he's
Vince
dead ass
Carter.
like a fucking superhero, man.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Niggas
man.
retired.
Yo,
But you know what though?
He
That's a
played
stretch.
in 3 different. He played in 3 decades, bro.
Nah, they said. Oh yeah, it was 3. Yeah, I thought I was about to
played
say
in
4.
3 different
Imagine four.
he
No,
played-
4.
What do you
Because
mean?
this year considers it the new decade. So he played in the 1990s, the 2000 and the
The early 2000s
no.
and 2010s.
and then now we're
and
in the
then
2020.
So, shit,
So
yeah,
4, yeah,
fucking
4.
shits. Yo, that like,
Bro,
hey, yo,
he's a
Dad,
beast.
how long have I said low key Vince Carter's the GOAT? That's a fact. Low key, he yo,
That nigga,
give
man,
him a
Vince
ring.
is special.
yeah, you look at him different.
Give him one ring and you look at him
There's
totally
a
different.
couple people like that though. That's Charles
But you
know
Barkley's
what, though?
like that
Give
too.
Allen
was it-
Iverson one championship.
Give
and
Charles
we look at
Barkley
him.
one championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we probably put him on Mount Rushmore. Some people probably do.
Yeah, nah, Charles Barkley had an MVP also. Vince never had an MVP though, did he? Did Vince win an MVP?
Nah, he never. But he
He
was,
had some MVP type years
yeah,
though.
he had some MVP
But
type
he was
years,
just he
definitely.
was cursed
definitely
to
did.
just like how some players were cursed to play with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was cursed to play with the Shaqs and Kobe's and Iversons all at the same time, you know.
And he got to play with his cousin.
Yeah, he got to play with his cousin. I wish he was playing with. I wish
Tracy.
both of them was playing together when they both were at the height of their careers. Like imagine a Houston Rockets Tracy McGrady and a
God.
Raptors or a New Jersey Nets Vince Carter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Raptors
That would've
Carter
been
was
dumb.
raw. New
Was
Jersey
raw.
Nets Carter
was just a full like he was
was
a complete
hooping,
player.
Oh my
bro.
God.
He was a complete player.
He was
hitting
shooting
buzzer.
threes,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was a complete dunking on-
Fadeaways.
doing everything.
He was like baby Jordan, bro.
He was doing everything, bro. That's why people overlook Vince. Like people
Out
really
of
do.
UNC. Like baby Jordan. Fucking amazing shit.
Hey,
man.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
he's
what
a
I want
USC,
that.
but you got to give it up to him, man.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
got to
That's a
respect
fact.
him.
I could give it up. I could give it up to him.
Yeah. Vince
But
is that
they
nigga.
don't know who won both times this year.
Yeah, that's a
we
fact.
were-
There
That's a
and
fact.
home.
You know what though? I'll be honest with you, bro, and I hate to admit this. This was the first year that I really didn't pay attention to college basketball like
Crazy.
that.
Bro, Cassius
the
Stanley
first
just
year.
been wilding.
This
He
is the
dunks
first. Like I
a
know
lot.
the names. I know the big players and stuff, but I don't know like I usually know like the best team in the Big Sky Conference, right?
Yeah.
I'm usually up on it like that, and I haven't been. And then they canceled March Madness, so I felt better selfishly because I'm like, all right, I don't have to go through a whole
And they
tournament
just
where
giving.
I have
giving
no
away.
idea what's
I
going
will
on.
say that too. I want to publicly say that too. That just because I know what it feels like being a collegiate athlete, for all those seniors out there.
Oh
that
my
don't get to
God,
play
that's
this
Yeah,
crushing.
man, that's crushing, man.
That's the last time they gonna ever play.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said Cassius Winston is his name, right? From you talking about the
Cassius
nigga from
Stanley's the nigga from
Michigan State? Oh, okay,
Cassius
from Duke.
Winston's from
From Michigan State, because he came out with a video talking about how he was sick, because he's a senior,
Yeah.
talking about how he was sad over
That's
this
what I'm
shit,
saying,
bro.
like-
And
Yeah,
I'm
man,
like,
because
yo.
like some dudes
That's it.
get the opportunity their senior year. Something like that's how it happens sometimes. They don't come in hot, they
Right.
get hot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
So
so.
yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
Shout out
rough.
to all the collegiate seniors, bro.
Shout
Like
out to y'all, man. That shit is
NCAA
sad.
athletes and stuff, man. That shit
I
sucks.
couldn't imagine getting my senior year stripped away from me like
Yeah.
this. I felt like
Jason
this.
Thompson.
Yo,
Niggas not in college at all.
man.
Niggas gonna have to go to the league.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
Like,
you
that shit,
got-
that
that's what I'm
shit-
saying. You got to start looking for
shit
a
sucks,
pro
man.
spot somewhere.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Thank you
sad.
for liking, commenting, and subscribing to Unofficial Experts. FF Macho, Danny Do.
Hopefully the world stop.
Hopefully the world don't stop and continue with this coronavirus. Everybody
Hopefully
be
the
safe
world
out
stop
there.
with this bullshit, cause these sports need to come back, man. I'm fucking
That's
dying
a
out
fact.
here, man.
Follow our social media right here, and we gonna put in our PSN so y'all can hit us up and start gaming with us.
Yo,
and I'm gonna put Dev Rico shit too, man.
Don't hit me if you suck.
Come on, man. Come to the camera, man. Show your face, man. Show your face, man. Show your face. But thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. All right.
Yeah. Till next
All right.
week, man.
Peace.
Next time. Holla.
Yeah.